Test, check. Phone check, 1, 2. One more microphone check. And I think we're gonna be good though. La-di-da-di, we likes to party. Go get a red Arabian horse again, man. I stopped for a fit change at the Trapper, if anybody's interested. It felt more Dream Questy. Just wondered why these pants kind of look like clouds. Now it makes sense. And the stupid hat that you do so much work for, but then like nobody wears it, including myself. I tried it on and immediately never wore it again. And now it's like my favorite hat because it makes sense for the Dream Quest. It's really Dream Questy, man. This is all a test for the microphone, so if anybody's listening. Yeah, man. Not exactly sure what the colors are about. Oh, maybe it's another turkey or something. But like it's a bird itself too, right? They took the 3 feathers and made a bird. The orange one's the body, yellow one's the tail, kind of thing. And the 2 blue ones are the wings. And it doesn't really have a head, I guess, or maybe your John's head is the head of the bird, but that's what it's trying to do, is make like a bird image. That was kind of in the way. All right, let's check our volume. Be right back. Alright, we're back. Let's get John standing in a cool spot. This is weird. There's this goat here. I might have done this, but I can't remember. I thought I left a different color goat there. Ram. Sacrificed this guy a couple days ago. I think it's on a stream as well. Alright. So. Let's start. What is that, man? Look at his eyes. Why does he look mad? Is it because he's here? Did you see that? He looks kind of pissed. No, he looks okay there. John don't like this place, man. You do all that tricky gun stuff. Look at his eyes, see what I mean? Wait, stop turning away when I say that, you dickhead. Anyway, put your gun away, man. Like, I want to learn all that tricky gun stuff. I forgot all about that till right now. What's this? What's he doing? Stop jerking off. He's jerking it. Long strokes. Oh. Sorry. And cut. Alright, we're here at this spot that nobody's really ever made any sense of, really. There's probably some weird explanation. Everything has like a vague explanation that kind of ends the trail, if you just accept that. But we'll get to that later, maybe. We'll definitely get to that later. But anyway, I got here from the border, from the trees that were kind of look like the devil when you line them up and you get the musical cues. We found them from the rock with the two dicks that pointed us across the river to the trees that we found between the two bridges, brought to us by the two bridges, the border imagery from the fish and the eye, the turkey, the birds, and the guitar. Watch the other videos to make sense of that. So we're now here after linking the image of those trees to this guy, because we learned we need to zoom out on the map. And we end up here because it's kind of looked like it to me. And it has a center. We were all about the centers. It's another reason I thought it might be the reason, or our next sign. And I knew that this stuff didn't really make sense, so maybe I could kind of maybe make some sense of it. And there's valerian root. That's cool. So that's a good sign. That shouldn't be here. Like, I've been here before. Weird. I must be doing something right. Cool. Pretty sure I'm supposed to show you guys at this point. I knew that, but now you just reinforced it somehow. What does this mean? I don't know. It's got some arrows though, and they're pointing every which way. And I've kind of learned that when arrows are pointing every way, you go to the center. So I go here. And what do I get? Well, you get a bunch of stuff, man. First of all, this guy could be a spider. You take these 2 rocks on the side here, add them to those 6 legs. Now he's got 8 legs. He's also got some string tying him. Kind of vaguely represents a spider web. So you can associate spider with a web. This is what I'm saying, guys. Things get abstract, but follow me. We got this from what looks kind of like a spider on a telephone pole. Is how we kind of got this far. And some birds. And it's art. It's God. And it's the devil. So this is a spider. And we kind of can confirm that because of these strings. Making a spider web, kind of tangled. Right? And that's what we've been doing. We're unraveling the spider web. It's layered. Brought us here. So I've connected it now. The center. I know that seems weird, but it's like everything was teaching us to go to the center, especially the center of the spider, which this is. So now I'm at the center of the spider, or you know what I mean. There's a spider, and I'm at a center. Got stuff around us here. I'm gonna kind of absorb this because I haven't really been here since I've learned everything. But this isn't how I got my next sign, but I'm just gonna look at some stuff here. So first thing I'm realizing too is it's an X. We're going to the center of an X. Not only that, but there's 4 X's around it. Right, so each one's an X. Now, what I never really realized before is like each one's, I think, a person as well. Right, so the X will be the head. It could be a star too, if it, say it was a neck. And then you cut the neck off, and then you'd have a star, which could be like a representing an angel because it's a halo. Right, a star, a halo. The head is a star. So maybe that's what's happening here. These are 4 angels. That's what I'm thinking now. Kind of makes sense because this guy has different arms. So these are wings. Also spread wings, closed wings. I don't really know what these might be. I guess maybe just their legs. Right. And then this is where, again, it's showing you symbols overlap right here, actually. So this is a good example. I'm glad I'm talking this out. So these 2 curves at the bottom here are legs for this guy. And this guy. Okay. Now, you take his leg, and And legs for this guy. I'm gonna say this one's a woman now that I'm seeing it, right? Because the hips go wider. These could be breasts. Right? So yeah, that's probably what's happening here. And then this man's got his legs kind of spread like he's, you know, about to do the deed. So this is like a fertility thing going on here. But there's 4 people. This rain's getting heavy. Yeah, I'm pretty confident. Pretty confident that's what's happening here. It's angels. It also represents a man and a woman. There's X's everywhere. Like I'm just realizing too, the arms crossing here is an X. So you got 1, 2 right there. 1. Yeah, man. There's a lot of X's here. That's going to be important later. So I hope people see what I'm talking about here, right? So, you know, this is his legs, and maybe that's even his penis, and his legs are spread like he's having sex. I don't know how many people watching this can really visualize what I'm talking about, but that's, you know, the woman's bent over, or the man. That's kind of how your legs are, and then that'd be your penis in the middle, and then your arms would be spread like that because you'd be grabbing their waist or whatever, probably. Right. And then here you got a woman. Yeah, I know. I'm just seeing all this, so this is pretty cool to me. And I'm sure that's what's happening after everything I know now. So, yeah, that's a woman, and she's either bent over or spread eagle on her back. So you can picture it either way. Like this, she could be turned upside down. This is doggy style, like John's kind of doing it right now, missionary, like that, right? Cool. All right, so I've just made sense of this. Because this will play later and make even more sense. But right now, at the story that we were at, Jesus Christ, this game blows my friggin' mind, guys. Like, I'm gonna edit most of that, but I'm gonna leave some of it in so you guys know what I'm talking about, because it will come into play like 750 steps from now. This fertility shit will make so much sense, and why there's 4 of them, and but anyway, that's not the sign we need right now. We got our spider, and we got our web, and we got the center, so we can connect it with that and the devil on the map. Right, whatever this is, because this isn't even here, okay? Like, when you think about it, whatever that picture is, that's not here. You know what I mean? That's like, look at it. Okay? It's a stick. It's a torso on a stick with another stick coming out the top. Okay? It's like skewered. It's not here. You have a skewer, maybe. That's what it was used for. I don't know. Doesn't look like it. But again, this is where John and Arthur come in handy, because they give you clues. And whatever they drew here was a clue. And that's how I connected it to the trees we found at the bridge. They helped me, or whatever, by drawing this. So it's another thing we learned here. And now this is going to be a stretch. Hopefully it'll make way more sense in the next video. I didn't know what really to do with this other than it was a compass, because that's what I thought at the time. Because I looked at this and thought this was maybe a weather vane or a compass. All right, so this was the clue I was looking at. Another one too was like this was a big sign, and every once in a while you get a nice big sign to let you know you're on the right path. All right, so when you connect something really vague in a row, like we just did, we did, the eye of God, and then the bridge thing, and then the border, and then the trees, and then we ended up at a big sign. Okay, and that gave us a big sign we were on the right path. It's not just some little mark somewhere. But also, you know, maybe our next one's going to be a lot smaller and a lot harder to find. This is like level 1 of World 2 in a weird way. If you're any Super Mario World fans, Super Mario 3, this is the first world in the desert, or the first level in the desert world. Right here. Maybe it was even the bridge, and this is like the second world, or second level. But it's about to get real hard. It still will make sense, though. But I'll even tell you now, guys, where we're going now. So all I had was this compass and center, and a weather vane, and memories of what we've done in the past. So again, I went to my map, and I was like, okay, I'm over here at like a devil thing, and strawberries over here. We started way up here at Butcher's Creek, right? And we went to the left, and we found the devil. So now, and that's like a populated area, like a town or a village or whatever. So I went from like nothing, just like a rancher or a ranch hand in his house, to this. So this was kind of like God in my like. Sorry, follow me, guys. It'll make sense maybe in a second, but maybe this was like God pointing us to the devil, and that's when we started chasing the devil. All right, and now I'm on the opposite side of the map, and I'm at the devil, and he's got like all this weird imagery that reminds me of weather vanes and compasses and maps and spiders, and it's all I've connected it that way because it's the spider web again and the bridge and all that shit. So maybe now the devil's pointing me to Strawberry because I remember Strawberry is like this really peaceful, happy, quiet town. It just seems really godlike. I know that's a huge stretch, and again, a big leap of faith, guys, but that's where I found my next clue. I think from here, I think maybe there's 4 directions because you could find 4 different clues. Like, that's what I'm thinking now that I'm here, and I'm looking at this. So, my path went that way and took me to Strawberry. But maybe somebody else came here and interpreted things differently, and their path went that way. And somebody's path went that way, and somebody's path went that way. I bet you, in the end, we all end up at the same place. That's kind of how the game works. So I think that's, right now I can tell you it's going to lead here. And that's a path I didn't take, so I don't even know what this means yet. Okay, so maybe that'll help somebody else. But this is my story and my version of how I played this game. And again, it all does pay off. So yeah, I linked it to Strawberry because it's like a godlike town, and it kind of mirrored in a way to me, Butcher's Creek. And if you go back to my bridge video, right, this was a mirror. The border is kind of a mirror because they put the north side on the south and the south side on the north. And also, if you play this game, mirrors are just a thing. They're a weird thing in the game, and they talk about mirrors, and the strange man appears in one, and all that stuff. So, I started to kind of get like a mirror type idea of what might be happening. So in my mind, I had to go to strawberry. And again, it does pay off. So that's what this means. Like I swear, like at least for now, it could mean more later. Like I just said, I just figured out all that stuff about the fertility imagery here, and that's definitely comes into play late in the game. So this probably connects somehow as well. Again, like a spider web would, right? And that makes sense also because it's going in 4 directions. So I came from this way and I took a right. I bet you at some point maybe you come from this way and you take a right again and you follow that stuff. But and yeah, this is the game. Sorry if these videos suck and are boring and full of nonsense, but even the stars are kind of pointing me that way now to the strawberry, I think. Yeah. Oh no, they're going a little more north. It's not time to follow the stars yet, anyway. We'll get to that too. But yeah, we're gonna go to strawberry for now, and I'll even tell you what I was thinking when I was on my way there. Was maybe I have to make another pentagram, right? I was thinking maybe I'm gonna find tally marks here to make another pentagram. So that's where I was heading. Actually, I was heading. Where was the first one? It was either the hotel or the jail. I can't remember where I went first, but it'll make sense when we get there. And that is the next sign, though. So from the border, I'm going to do this a couple times. I will stop doing this, though, eventually. But just quickly again, guitar, and the guitar neck connected to the 2 birds, right, that are the river. First, we found a cowboy made of rocks between the 2 eagles that pointed in separate directions. That told me that I need to go between the 2 birds that are the river and land right here. So I went through the window like a rock. I went right through the window like I threw a rock through it. Down the river, down these 2 birds to the center. And I found some rocks that kind of look like a turkey. And they are supposed to kind of look like a turkey because they also look like Siska Island, which means bird. The same rocks, they're just layered on top of each other in a different direction. I didn't know that at the time, though, but I took those rocks I found in the middle here, between the 2 birds, and I lined them up down here with what also looks like a turkey or a goose, whatever you want to call it. And then I got from the turkey down the river to this goose neck. Okay, so this part of the river is called a goose neck. That sharp turn there. So again, guitar neck, G, starts with a G, guitar neck, birds on the rock, birds here on the river, cowboy in between the rock, or in between the birds on the rock, brought my cowboy to these rocks in between the 2 birds. And we carried more, went down the river still to the goose neck. So guitar neck, birds, goose neck. Okay, to this goose / turkey. And we know from everything else, we go to the center. And I found a big ass fish right here with a bunch of other little fish around it, with a giant rock face staring at it, just like the cowboy rock was staring at the birds. And this giant fish is the eye of this big fish on the map. This is big ass fish. And that eye of the fish The fish we found, by the way, has a big eye while we're in the eye of a fish. And that fish leads us, because you see it curves and kind of points, right? It gets thinner down here than it is at the top. So it points. That's how points work, how arrows work. They're thick on one side, they come down and they get pointy. This guy points us right here to this fish. Again, both of these are on the cigarette cards. This is a cigarette card of a fish. It's just flipped the other way. This is that scary, weird-looking fish right here. He is also a cigarette card. It's abstract. Art can be abstract. But from the big fish, we land in this fish, in his eye. And then we realize this is the eye of God, because it points us right here to our next sign. Again, there's multiple ways because this is a bridge, and it brings us to another bridge, which is a double bridge, a bridge to a bridge. And we had multiple bridges in the past. Double bridges. Watch the other videos. That brought us to the border. It's an image of the border here. Watch the videos. The border. Multiple signs along the way, by the way, that I have to go to the border, and I can't bring Arthur. I figured that out later while doing these videos for you guys. That border image brought me here to the center of these two bridges again. Okay, I'll save you the long story of all this stuff. But the center of two bridges, came here, and I found a rock with two dicks. Okay, two dicks. All the way back at Butcher's Creek is how we started. One dick pointed us to the sign, to the devil. Right? First dick. Where were we? Somewhere around here, right? The dick points us to the devil, to the pentagram, and then we get started. I find two dicks down here at the border on a rock. They're pointing in opposite directions. And I know from the eagles that if they're in different directions, you go to the middle. Right? Sorry, we're over here. So the dick with two rocks, or the dick with two rocks. My wife's got an ass in her cock. You got your rock with two dicks here pointing in opposite directions, and that tells me to go to the middle. So that pointed me across the border right here, and I find a devil in the trees. And that makes sense from the center of the spider video. Watch that one. Especially if you're stuck in the spider web, please watch the center of the spider web video I got coming, if it's not out already. But yeah, that devil in the trees there brought me up here to this guy, because he looks kind of like this guy. It's the same shapes and the same triangle, same imagery. Right? And then this guy, like I just said, is not even really here. Arthur or John draw him for some reason. Okay? They draw a torso on a stick based on whatever they see here, a goat head. So this was definitely the next sign, and it connected with the spider and all that junk and everything I just said earlier. If you're listening and paying attention, I hope you guys are. Please like and subscribe. But we're going to pick up in the next video at Strawberry. And I'll walk you guys through there. We're going to start here. And yeah, because I like to kind of absorb some stuff as I'm going back through all this, because it's just reinforcing everything. Not that I need reinforcing, but it's just it's pretty cool. It really is. Once you learn how to kind of read the language, it's everywhere, man. Look, I just saw some stuff. Jesus Christ. What did I just see? Okay, this guy here. This is a head. Okay, so here's the neck. And then this is the head. And they're like blowing. I bet you there's a wind right here. I bet you if you stand here, you can hear or feel the wind, because his face here is blowing. But maybe I'll stop there on my my way back. Yeah, I'm gonna actually see if we find any wind. But doesn't prove anything one way or the other. I totally get it, but that's kind of how shit works, man. It's like you find an image on the map, and then you can find some stuff in it, the image that makes sense, and then that gets even deeper, right? So, like, you'll find, like I said, maybe this guy has, maybe we'll hear some wind here, where it looks like I say he's blowing out his mouth, but then magnify that, like shrink it down to the rocks. Okay, and now you find a rock, like I said, the rocks that look like the cowboy or Arthur. Maybe there's more images if you look closer of actual cowboys layered on top of it. Like it's like things get really deep like that. It's anyway. I'm rambling. I hope you guys are liking these. We are going to be zigzagging everywhere, man, all across the map. And I will, if you watch all of these, we're going to make sense of so much stuff. Like, yeah, it's like I say, I don't know what this guy is, but I do know what this is. I like everything has more meaning. Like you think this is just some bones of a giant, but it's more than that. And like I say, you make your own stories. You kind of, it's really reminiscent of like old school games from like the 70s and shit before people had computers or video games. Even computer games kind of works like this, right? Like Zork and stuff like that. It's like playing a word game, but also we have a world to walk around in at the same time. And it just gets cooler and cooler and cooler. And I'm so happy to finally be able to show people. So, yeah, tell your friends, man. Like, especially if they're stuck in the spider web. If you know anybody that this is a PSA to people shooting spider webs right now, tell it, like, let your friends know they're wasting their time. Not only that, but it's super disrespectful to Native American culture and Indian American culture. It's not the solution. I can't guarantee it because again, I don't know what the final ending is. But as of right now, dude, don't be shooting spider webs. It's just the wrong thing to be doing. And you shoot because that's what the feathers on the spider webs are. They're dream catchers. And you're catching all your dreams and taking away your time and your energy, and you could be focusing it on this stuff that I'm talking about here and using your imagination to actually advance in the game. I wish I played these older games that I'm talking about from the 70s. I really never did. I just know of them because I watched a lot of movies and I have uncles and shit that have told me it's kind of about the stuff. So, yeah. You're taking your character, you're taking John or Arthur or whoever you happen to be, wherever you need to be, and then you're going through the land and telling a story. And it will have a conclusion, and you will get to next levels, and you will confirm things. Like I say, I still got a star here. Somebody wants to reenact that or recreate that, please do. Let me know how you got it and how you got rid of it if you can, because I can't. Only when I follow the trail. So it goes to GTA and then comes back. Yeah, and I guess eventually we'll get to GTA too. Alright, so this is what I said. This guy's mouth, and I said it looks like he's like blowing wind. Pigs just kind of flew out of his mouth, which is Kind of a weird metaphor for... What we got here? Bad guys? I don't know, this is a good place. Huh. Oh yeah, it's the place with all the dead fish. Alright, I've been here a bunch. Yeah, I don't think these fish are a good sign. Alright, well, I didn't... Did I go to the mouth? I didn't. The mouth is like a crossroad. Violet snowdrops. It literally has nothing to do with the clue. It's just the kind of thing I'm into now that I've seen all the shit I've seen. But I don't think I'm gonna spend all the time climbing up there. Check out something that's probably not relevant to me right now. That could be part of somebody else's trail. But yeah, this mouth on the map, if you go up there, it's a spot. It's something. It's part of the unraveling in some way.
Hey, friend.
Dreamer. Nothing but a dreamer. Alright. Well, I'm gonna stop the stream and restart it in a minute and pick up a strawberry. And there's like a one-time only sea clue that you see at strawberry. So there's a little teaser. I don't know if we'll get to see it, but I'll explain it. And oh, you're gonna get to see me kill some wolves. These are the devil. Oh, you want some of this, devil? I got you. I got you, puppy. Oh, he's mad. Oh, he's mad, is he? Oh, I see. Down, girl, down! Alright. Well, that was fun. Oh, I still love this game, man. I still love even getting killed. Best game of all time. I got a new journal entry somehow for that? What does that mean? Yeah, I've been interested in this. Let's check this out live. Is this it? Okay. Yeah, I gotta read all this stuff now. It's interesting as hell, yeah. Here's your boy. Just about done. Look at that. Not done. Just about done, guys. Subtext. John's not done with Arthur. Even though he went to his grave and buried him and the story should be done. He's literally telling you he's not. telling me he's not. Telling us he's not. That's cool. That's sick, dude. We're bringing Arthur back or something. We're gonna find out why he's got all that new Austin dialogue that we never get to hear. Ooh, teaser. But that makes sense, doesn't it? Doesn't that make sense to people? Like what I just said there? Let me know in the comments if that doesn't make sense. Guess we're just about done, my friend. Right? Shouldn't he be sure of it? His friend is dead. He's at his grave. Right? And then they even use the word journey, which is what you're doing now, if you're following me here.
Okay, boy. You good?
This stuff is so cool, man. Like, once you read it all, once you see it all, not all of it, but enough of it to see the stories and the subtext, it's like hints too. Like, that's a big hint, man. Like, I don't want to get my hopes up. I really don't. But something cool is unlocked at the end of this. Something. It's hinted at so much throughout the entire story that you follow here. Same with the GTA missions you do. Like, it's pushing us to unlock something, guys. It's gonna take a community. There's no way it's gonna be just me. So I think it at least takes a posse. I think at some point, like, we have to 7 of us or however many people are in a posse have to get together and do some shit of some kind. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I think I do have to be part of it. I don't. Go ahead and do it without me if you can. But I think as the first guy through, maybe other people will have the same story, and then they can tell me I'm wrong. And I kind of hope they do in a weird way, because I don't want to be the one. But it kind of hints that I have to lead everybody and take them all through it somehow or something, or take them to the next, through the gateway, sort of thing. We'll get to all that, and I hope in a weird way people talk me out of it and do tell me I'm crazy, but also I know I'm not. That's exactly what they're telling me.
Looking for trouble?
And I don't think it's me. I don't think I'm the guy. Like, it's a video game, you know? I don't think I'm Super Mario. I don't think I'm Zelda. Or Link. I don't think I'm Arthur. I don't think I'm Jesus. It's the game, though. Like, that's just what it is. So I'm not here saying I'm Jesus. I'm definitely not saying that. Even when I say it on the streams and stuff, it's kind of in jest. Well, it's definitely in jest, but it's, if you watch that stream where I said it is what it is. It's the story that was told through the map. I'm not going to go through it now, but we'll get there. You'll all get there. You'll all get there. You'll all get the chance to be Jesus. Okay? It's not really Jesus either. It's like the Epsilon founder or something. Not even really that clear. It's vague, right? Because it does kind of represent the same birth of Jesus in a way. It's got parallels. So, yeah. So that was a fun ride. I'll try and I'll keep a lot of that in, I think. And we're going to take over at Strawberry here because there's a ton to check out here for our next clue. So, again, like and subscribe. Hope you enjoy these. And love you guys. Thanks.